This video is sponsored by FreeGive. If you need help with Drupal and AI, get in touch with us. So, this is another video of the examples I gave in Atlanta. So here you're gonna see how you actually set this up. So the idea is this: Gordon Ramsay comes and contacts us. He says, I have 500 videos on YouTube. I need a recipe site tomorrow. You need to have filled out all the content. Well, luckily for us, there is the Umami website. So there is a website with all the structure that you need for a recipe website, but filling out this content is gonna take forever. So I actually tried with this video. The video is just 4 minutes and 20 seconds, but filling out this manually and trying to figure out, going back and forth in the video, well, it takes around 40 minutes to fill out one content, and then you have 500, so you're gonna need to hire a lot of people. Or we can let the AI do it. So what we have set up here is that instead of filling out all this, you just need to fill out this and the YouTube link, click save, and you're gonna end up with something like this. So this is actually gonna be the AI looking at the video, trying to figure out how to create this dish from what it sees and what it hears, well, what it transcribes to hear, and write out directions, ingredients, all this metadata that we need, and even take a screenshot from the video of the finished dish. So if you're interested in figuring out how this works, just follow along. Right, so we have umami here. It's just vanilla umami. I've downloaded 4 different modules. Admin toolbar just makes life easier. Token is required for the automators. Then we have the AI module and the OpenAI provider. So you can actually use any vision model, and you can use any transcription model. DeepGram, for instance, is actually a better transcription model for this, but since many people use OpenAI, I'm just gonna assume those for this. So I turn on admin toolbars, I turn on automators, and oh yeah, I should turn on OpenAI as well. I forgot that, but let's do that as second step here. Take some time. And the next step after that is that we have to set up OpenAI as well. There we go. So we have it set up, but we also want the OpenAI provider. So we're also gonna set up that. While I'm doing that, I will also log into the machine, because this is also a requirement for the thing we're gonna do. Since we're gonna look at video, we need to be able to actually have something that can decode video, and what you need for that is FFmpeg. So you have to have FFmpeg running on the server where this runs, but be aware it's decoding, it's not encoding, so it's not gonna kill off, you know, all your CPU usage or anything like that. This is a pretty light operation that it's running. So let's see how it went here. Yeah, so we go to AI provider settings, OpenAI authentication. We have to create a key. So you're adding it here. I'm not gonna showcase this so you don't see my key here. I'm instead gonna do that off screen. So let me just add one here that I'm calling OpenAI key. So I know this, I mean, the advantage you have, you can forward in the video. It's not maybe that fun to listen to someone like coding, but I want to showcase actually how long time it takes to set up something. I don't want to add a lot of steps where I cut or make it look faster than it actually is. So we now have the OpenAI installed. We have FFmpeg installed. So that is a good start. So there is another library and installation we have to do in ddev. So it's this Drupal YouTube DL. And you might ask yourself, why is this not on Drupal.org? This is actually a module, so you can just use Composer require this as normal. This is also my my repo, Ivan Boring. So the reason for that is that YouTube DL, that is the underlying application running here, is kind of debated. Let's say it like that. It's actually half forbidden where I live in Germany. Germany have very hard laws on privacy. Should never use Pirate Bay here. So because of that, GitHub, I think, actually got into legal threats because of their hosting YouTube DL. So because of that, I'm keeping it off Drupal.org. So if you want to use it, just get it from here. You can either use the YouTube DL binary, or you can use this YTDLP. Doesn't really matter, it works with both. So I'm just gonna copy the instructions here to install the binary, and I'm just gonna run that. Let's see here. Oh, failure writing. Okay, let's do this. Maybe there isn't well, let's do this instead. Let's store it under user bin and do sudo. All right, we have to also write the name. So, and then we need to set the chmod on it. So we're just installing it, and oops, sudo, and then we're gonna just see. So it's running. Yep, so we have it there. So I have gotten this module as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and install that as well. Let's close here. So no, it's not called YouTube, it's called Video Downloader, because YouTube, even if it's called YouTube Downloader, it can actually take, as you see here, like 1,000 different video providers. So in this case, you can create a workflow where you basically have one video field and one file field, and it will just download this as a video. So now we can go to recipe then. What is important for us to be able to try this out is that, first of all, we need to turn off a lot of required fields, because we will actually want to install those ourselves, right? So we have preparation time. We're gonna unrequire that. There we go. What do we have? Number of servings. So this might be boring to look at, but I want everything to be realistic, how long time this actually takes, so people get an idea how long time it would take to set up something similar. Of course, I have kind of thought through this beforehand, so there's some time to think through what you want to solve as well, but hopefully all these things that I'm doing gives you a good idea what you can do. So I'm gonna turn off this as a required field. Summary directions. Let's do like this, so we don't have to wait so much. that should be it. So title, of course, that is required, and that we're gonna have to keep just so if we update here now, hopefully it looks a lot better. It's just the recipe name that we want to use. So we're gonna create our first chain here. So we start with a link, and we call this YouTube link. We're gonna use YouTube in this case, right? And we set this required, because this, of course, you have to give. We don't need a link text, and we don't need to enable the AI automator, because this is only an input field. It's not a field that actually does anything. This is the field that does something. So we're gonna call this YouTube video, and it's a file, and now I have forgotten what it creates by default, if it's MP4 or maybe it could, let's see, if it's Matroska, how do I even forgot what that is? MKV, could be that it creates MKV, I don't know. And in this case we enable AI automator, and there is video downloader link to video file. We use our YouTube link as base mode. We're gonna use batches because this is all gonna take a long time. We set a very low weight because this is the first thing that has to run. So we're just gonna save this. Oops, what did I do wrong here? Is that not how you write it? You just write like this, maybe. See if this works better. Yep, that worked better. And then we want to make sure we pull this up so we can see it in the beginning of the form field. You will see here it created an automator status, and that's just if you're using this API, you can actually see the status of it working. So we're gonna put, well, we can put the video up there, but the important thing is the link. So and then we will test this out. And the recipe we're gonna use is this one. So it is from Gordon Ramsay. It's not Gordon Ramsay himself cooking it. And it is a chef basically explaining how to do it. She says what she's adding into it. She talks about it, but there isn't actually like a sign where it says exactly how the recipe is done. So this is gonna be basically the AI looking at the video and trying to figure out all of these different things that we need to do. But first, of course, we have to try so the downloader works. So we have to give a recipe name. So these are the two inputs that we require. The rest we don't require. And this will take some time because it's downloading a video now. But I will not, as I said, forward here. I want this to be real time so you get the idea how long time this takes. So if we go to edit now, you can see that we have a video here. I'm just gonna
Today we're gonna learn how to make our lobster.
You see, we have the video. So first step done. So for the second step, I have to basically go back to the manage fields. We can close this again. And I'm gonna create a new field, but I created a new tab because I want to see everything I need to, well actually let's do this. Let's go to our content, and we're gonna check here what we need to fill in, because what we're gonna do now is that we're gonna take a well, should we take formatted? No, just take plain text, text plain long, and we call this video description, and this is where basically the magic happens. So what this is gonna do, it's gonna look at the video based on our prompt and try to extract all these things that we're actually wanting here. So there is video to text, and that's what we're gonna use. So we're gonna use the YouTube video, which is the file field, as our base mode. Before I start writing this prompt, I will just set this to batch, but it should be higher than 50 that we used before. Speech to text provider, we use OpenAI Whisper 1, and we use the default advanced JSON model here. We don't really have to give any extra prompts there. So you are expert and turn them into recipes. You will so preparation time. Try to figure out approximately how long time this takes. Also, this is a pet peeve of mine. Also note that this is a professional chef, that normal people probably need double the time. Preparation time in minutes. Cooking time in minutes. Cook this. Always answer something. Medium, easy, medium, or hard. No, this actually we can infer from the recipe later. So category and tags we don't have set. Media image comes later. A summary of 3 to 4 sentences of what this recipe is about. All the ingredients with name, measurement, and amount. Directions in ordered list format, and that is what we need, I guess. So let's try this. We might need to improve it. Let's see. So I'm just gonna reload here now. No, I'm not just gonna reload. I'm gonna make sure that this field is higher up so we see the results right away. No, it should be on the YouTube video. Now we can reload here. So we see we have video description, and that is what we're gonna try to get the results for now. So we just gonna click save here now then, and this is also gonna take some time. So just so you get an idea what it's doing here, so it can't actually look at a video, and because the only one that can do that right now is Gemini. So there is a process going on here that I think Drupal was almost the first with doing, and I even got, you know, I've gotten 2 people contact me to create startups around this idea. But it is actually not very complex in the end. So what it's doing, it's transcribing the audio. If timestamps exist, it has timestamps as well. And then it's using FFmpeg to take out all the keyframes. So I used to work as a video engineer. This is why this is easy for me probably. But it's taking out the keyframes, and a keyframe you can think of is like a scene change. Something happens in the video that is so different that it can't use the other frames to encode this frame. So it creates a completely new frame. You can think of it as like a new image. It creates images and overlays those with the actual timestamp, so you know when it's happening in the video. And then you provide this to the LLM. So you provide, no, it also puts that in a raster, so you don't feed it, you know, I don't know, this is a 4-minute video, you don't want to feed it like 400 images, but instead it's like a raster of 16 images per image, I think. And that is what it's looking for. So you can see we have a lot of very unstructured information, but it is enough for it to actually start filling out the other fields. So that is what we're gonna do now. And this is simpler. So we just go back here, click manage fields, I guess. And we're just gonna go through them one by one now then. So cooking time is an integer. So we just enable our AI automator. And now the actual chaining doesn't really matter anymore. So we're just gonna use the video description. Is that it? Yeah, video description, which is the context here, and try to find the part of the text where it says cooking time. So that's supposed to be somewhere here, right? And extract the value. Wait, I don't have to use the word context, we just use the word text. I still do batch though, it looks nicer. And we just try this first, so this actually works with filling out preparation time, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and fill out all of them. So let's save this and see so it works. We click edit, scroll down. Oh, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Try to find the part of the text where it says cooking time, extract the integer value. I don't know if we need to specify it like this. Is that the issue? Sometimes you might need to be exact, so it might have been trying to save 30 minutes, which won't be savable in an integer. No, now it worked. Cooking time 30 minutes. It was cooking time, right? Inappropriate. Yeah, cool. Then let's see here. We're gonna just add all of them now. So difficulty. This is a list text, so it's a little bit more things you have to add here. Actually, something that's good here is to copy the placeholder. So there's Scott Oyser is working on a prompt module that we're gonna implement here, so you can have example prompts, so you don't have to copy from there. So based on the text, find the difficulty and fill it out. Possible difficulties, and yeah, that's it. Batch. So we have difficulties, directions. I don't remember, was direction one field or was it? Yeah, it's one field. I can see it there, one field. We want that full HTML. Enable AI automator. We use LLM text simple. So there's LLM text. LLM text is very good when you want to look at the text and maybe split this up into multiple text, like give me 10 suggestions on how you can do this. But the LLM text simple is just it's not gonna try to structure anything. It just takes whatever it outputs, and this works a lot better with simple models as well. Can you extract the part that is instructions here and output that using HTML? Be sure to use ordered lists, so OLLI, and also emphasize. I have no clue how to spell that, but luckily enough, AI is very good at understanding anyway. So emphasize words with strong EM, strong and EM. Yeah, that's good, I guess. Context is the context. And we just do batch, and we say that we should always use full HTML. Otherwise, it will try to figure out from the chosen ones which one to use, but it's better to do this. Oh, maybe I go back, see, so I actually using HTML output is always good to write here. With HTML, the limiters is even better to write, because if you're using this extracting, it can actually extract just that part very easily. Layout we don't have to. I will come to media image later. That's the last thing we do. Number of servings, is that actually there? Did I ask for that? Yeah, it's there. So once again, video description. Can you extract the number of servings from this recipe, from this text of our recipe, and save the integer value, and context, do batch. And of course, this, I'm doing very simple prompts now that might fail from time to time. When you're doing this professionally, you should really test the prompts out over and over until you see that it's working really well. So in this case, I'm just gonna copy from cooking time, because this is just the same, more or less. Preparation time, batch. What do we have left here? Recipe category. Oh, I come to recipe category and tags later. So summary. This is also HTML, right? So actually, let's do this. Where did we have directions? What's the thing I'm looking for? The field is called instruction, but the title is directions. That's interesting. Anyway, part that is a summary of the recipe here, and output that is use. Oh, just do this. Strong NEM. That's summary, tags, video description. We don't. Oh, the rest are stuff we have already, but we're missing something. It should be, so there's this directions. There should be some ingredients. I forgot that probably. Yeah, I forgot that. So can you look at the text and extract the ingredients? Make sure to extract one ingredient per value. So this is where we're gonna use, we're gonna use LLM text, not LLM text simple. So this is a typical example where we're taking one text, and this is a multi-text, as you can see, field. So we make sure to extract one ingredient per value. Let's do this. So just if you're gonna do, as I just reiterate this, you're gonna do this in production, don't keep these prompts. Try to get better prompts, but they should be kind of good enough now. So we're gonna try this out now before we continue with the categories. So we just save. And now it's gonna be many batch jobs, I'm guessing. Let's see. That doesn't sound like enough. Didn't we change more than 4? Let's see. I might have missed something, or I might have set something to not batch by mistake. See if there is something not added there. So we have preparation time, cooking time, number of servings, difficulty. We have a summary. Oh, did I forget to set? Forgot to set that it should be full HTML probably. That worked here. And it has filled out also the ingredients there. Oh, but there is one obvious thing. Amount. Yeah, this is not great. So I'm gonna showcase how you actually fix when something is not correctly set here in a prompt. So you can just remove everything, because then it's gonna rerun. So if we go to ingredients now, I also gonna see set, because it took very literally that we just want ingredients, including its measurement and measurement and amount. So we do this, we save, and then we can, as soon as this is saved, we can resave. So everything else seemed to work, but not that one. So that's a way how you can reiterate. You see that most of it is working, but this was not good. So we have to reiterate to make sure that this is correct. Whoops, that still was not good. Let's see what was wrong now. Can you look at the thing, including, make sure that you one ingredient, one set. So small words can make a huge difference here. Measurement, amount, and ingredients. Let's see if that works better. And yeah, even if this works now, it might not work on the next ingredient. So as I said, you will have to try it with a couple, another video, I mean. You will have to try it with a couple of ones until you find the correct prompts that basically creates the things you want. So now it's working well, finally. So what we want to do now is tags, I guess. Well, there was recipe category and tags. That's two different things, and that's interesting because they do kind of different things in the automator. So I'm gonna enable the AI automator again. We're gonna use LLM taxonomy, and we're gonna use in this. Let's try no. I think actually we can just use the simple one. Is that a multi-field? Yep, it is. So we can actually once again copy the placeholder, choose up to 2 categories from the category content that fits the text. Just use the value option comma and use the context, right? We set this to batch. In this doesn't mean anything in this case. We don't have to do anything more. That's just saving this. And then for tags, it's more interesting because I'm guessing this tags also has create referenced entities if they don't already exist. So in this case, the automator is also able to create, but it can also look at taxonomies that exist. And this is quite interesting. So we can just paste this again, choose or create between 1 to 3 category tags, right? From the tags context that fits the text, or create them if they do not exist. and it has the value options comma, it has the context here, but something that's interesting, you can actually remove this if you want. If you have a lot of tags, it's gonna cost a lot of money to do this. So what you can actually do instead is do this find similar tags. And this will basically use the model to try to find similar tags that exist, and well, think of this example. You know, if you're saving this as I don't know, rice dish, it adds a tag called rice dish, but there is already a tag called dish of rice. You don't want those two tags to exist at the same time. So this is what's making sure that that doesn't happen, basically. And then we can make sure, maybe we want everything lowercase. I'm not sure if that is the standard. I haven't looked actually how they do. Maybe I should do that. Let me just, no, that I can see under structure taxonomy tags, how they actually write these. No, first, oops, what am I doing? I want to go back here. It should be first character uppercase. And let's see if this works. Save. Oh, I should go back and look. I probably forgot to set batch on some of these. That's why it didn't actually count down here. And we check now if we have, so dinner party, seafood, seasonal, and it's a main course. So it has set this. So last thing we want to do is the image. So we go to media image, we enable AI Automator, we use the LLM video to media image. So this can extract images from a video using a prompt, and it has the audio track as well. So you could actually ask it like cut out where he says this or something like that. So cut out where the whole dish is seen and looking sultry. We're gonna use as prompt. Cut out, oh sorry, one image. That's important. You can of course set this to unlimited or something, and it will create multiple medias for you if you write something else there, but we just want one image. And you have to choose image as the media type under advanced settings. We also did batch job here then again. And then we're just gonna go ahead and save. And this is actually even more complex than the other video to text thing. So what this does is it's doing the same thing. It's getting a raster of all the keyframes, and it's looking at that and looking for candidates based on the prompt you wrote. So right now it's looking for, okay, it looks like the dish can probably be here, the whole dish. And then it takes those candidates and creates another raster from where this is, where it takes the average keyframe distance in time and goes back that much time and goes forward that much time. So that's usually around 2 to 10 seconds depending on how much compression you want in a video, and getting all the frames there and looking at those frames and then taking a final decision. And the reason for that is because when you're looking at a video that's zooming in or zooming out, you don't see that it's a lot of artifacts and blur and things like this, but there might actually just be 2-3 frames in such a scene where the dish is fully in focus and the rest is just zooming in or being out of focus and so on. So it's important to get the actual right frame where it looks kind of in focus at least. So that's why we're doing this. So let's see here if it found a good image. Yeah, that looks okay, I guess. And yeah, that's it actually. So what can happen? What we do now, of course, is we set this to published. This you could also use the automator for. There is actually a workflows automator that could look at all the results and see, does this sound like a recipe? So it's not, you know, saying that you should put gasoline in the food or something like that. And when it's allowing it, it can auto publish. But right now we want to do it ourselves, so we save it, and then let's see here. We have our result. So we have the Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen butternut squash lobster risotto recipe. That's a main course. Seafood seasonal dinner party with a nice little introduction here. It has set number of servings, cooking time, preparation time, difficulty. It has set the ingredients. Not all of these are said in the video, so it's trying to estimate actually, but that is probably similar to how someone that looked at the video and would have to write it down would do as well, unless you actually go ahead then and do the recipe. That's of course what you really should be doing. But if you have this scenario where you have 500 videos and you maybe have a couple of days to finish this, then that's not gonna work. You can just do all these dishes. And it has given directions as well. And that is it. Thank you for watching.